Give me a moment. All right. So once again, good evening and welcome to my class. It's nice to see you again. And to start this class, let's proceed with your homework. What's your homework? What is your homework, anyone? Can you tell me? Our last topic is about cooking, right? So your homework is, Jennifer, can you share it with us? Yes, Jennifer? I can't hear you. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh, Wait me a minute.
Okay. And so for
How
the others,
about please tell us about your mom's recipe that you tried?
so tell us about your mom's recipe that you enjoy. And you should mention the ingredients, the steps in cooking, why do you like this dish? Okay. So you need to tell us those things because our topic last time is all about cooking. Give me a moment. Can you hear someone singing? Someone's singing on on the second floor. So they are having a party. So I really like to apologize if you can hear that. Okay. You can hear it?
No.
You can? No? Okay, perfect. Because they are singing really loud. Anyway, so let's start. Tell us about your mom's recipe that you enjoy. We're gonna start with Ashley. Go ahead, Ashley.
A dish that my mother cooks I really like is steak. The ingredients to make this dish include gì đó? Include filet mignon, watercress, tomatoes, coriander, potatoes, onions, and spices. The steps to cook the dish are marinate the meat, saute the meat, and finally serve. I like the dish because it's really delicious and quite easy to make, even though I've never made it before.
All right, that's great. But would you like to learn that dish? Would you like to learn how to make that one?
I don't like cooking.
Well, can you hear me?
Uh, yes.
Okay. All right. But anyway, thank you so much for sharing that one. Now let's proceed with Mary.
Uh, My mother likes to cook spaghetti. The ingredients she often uses to make it are tomato sauce, noodles, minced beef, a little onion to saute until fragrant. There are 5 steps. The first step is frying onions. Step 2 is add tomato sauce to boil. Step 3 is to add minced beef to the sauce. Step 4 is to boil the noodles. Step 5 is to put the noodles on a plate and add the sauce and then mix well. I absolutely love this because it's super delicious and easy to find ingredients.
All right. Thank you so much. Would you like to try cooking that dish?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, you better ask your mom how to do that. Thank you so much. Next we have Jenny. Let's go, Jenny.
The dish my mother often cooks is crow meat. You will need meat and some spices. First, you need to make the spices together and then put the meat in the marinade. Then you will spread the sauce heavily on the meat. Then put it in a box and put in the refrigerator.
Refrigerator.
refrigerator so that the meat as absorbs the other spices. Leave it for about 1 to 2 hours until the meat has evaporated the sauce. Then put the milk in. Then melt in and cook it. Then enjoy. I like that food because it's delicious and so maintains.
All right. Can you tell me again, what was the food? What was the dish, Jenny?
The crow meat.
What is it? Grilled meat?
Yes.
Okay, grilled meat. Okay, be careful when you're pronouncing that one. Okay, thank you so much. Next, Jennifer.
I quite like spaghetti made by my mother. Its ingredients include spaghetti, ground beef, tomato sauce, and some cheese. There are 5 steps to make it. First, boil spaghetti in 8 to 10 minutes. Second, stir fry ground meat in medium heat. Third, add onions with tomato sauce in the supermarket and wait for them to boil. Then add boiled spaghetti in it with spice like salt or black pepper and mix well. Finally, put it on a plate and decor it. You know, it's really delicious and easy to cook.
All right, that's perfect. Thank you so much. Now we have Steven.
Yes. My mother's favorite dish is stir-fried beef. This dish includes 5 steps. Step 1 is prepare ingredients. Step 2 is make fish sauce. Step 3, pour fish sauce into pig to stir fry. Step 4 is add side dishes. Step 5 is stir fry for 1 to 2 minutes. My mother really liked it because when my mother was little, my grandmother made it for my mother. So my mother really liked this.
All right, wow. So that's like somehow a generational recipe, right? That was taught by your grandmother, and now your mother knows how to do it, and now it's your favorite. Then maybe you should learn it too. Okay, thank you so much. Then we have Tien.
I like the fried rice that my mother did because it's so delicious. It only needs rice and eggs. The first step, whip. The second step, put rice and egg on the pan and fry. Final step, put presentation.
All right, thank you so much. But let's repeat the word. It's rice, rice, not rye. Okay, fried rice. Can you say that, Tien?
Rice.
Okay, can you say fried rice?
Fried,
All right,
fried rice.
okay, that's perfect. Be careful when you're pronouncing words with letter S and make sure, or words that has the S sound, okay? And make sure that we can hear that S, okay? Lastly, Lisa.
My favorite dish my mother cooks for me is fried eggs. It's simple but very delicious. The way to cook it is step 1, pour oil into the pan. Step 2 is quite dangerous. Cracking the egg at this time many cause the oil to spare. Step 3, wait for it to cook. Then take it out and eat it. Very simple but also dangerous.
All right, thank you so much, Lisa. And that is fried eggs. Wow, I think your mom cooks it differently. That's why it tastes really different for you, okay? Thank you so much for sharing your answers about our homework. You did also well, so just be careful with the pronunciation, again, especially with words that has the S sound or letter S itself, okay? Make sure that you or we can hear the letter S, okay? This is for everybody. All right, so that's it for our topic cooking, but now we are going to proceed with a new topic, and this is really not related to what we're talking about. And This is all about accidents. Okay. Can you see my screen? Can you see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we are going to talk about accidents. So what about you guys? How often does accidents happen in your place? Are you talking, Ashley? So how often accidents happen in your place? Yes, Ashley.
Several times.
Several times. Can you describe me what type of accident have you seen? Is it a car crash?
Mostly car crash.
Mostly car crashes. Okay. Now that's something that we're going to be talking about today. And as you can see, we have here a picture. So can you describe the picture to me, Steven? Look at the picture and tell me what do you think is happening? Can you see the picture, Steven? Hello, Steven? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, can you see the picture? This one? Okay,
Yes.
this one. Okay, can you tell me what can you see and what do you think is happening in the picture? Anyone who can help Steven? Okay, let's have Lissa. Lissa, can you look at the picture and tell me what is happening? Lissa, hello? Can you hear me, guys?
I think is this car hits that car.
All right, so two cars hit each other, but look at the people. What do you think they are doing? Jennifer, what do you think these people are doing?
I think they are worried about it.
They're worried about it, right? So probably they might be talking to each other on how they can fix these things. Okay, they are trying to figure out who caused the accident. So it could probably be the girl's fault or probably the man's fault, right? So they're trying to negotiate things and try to find a better solution for this accident. And that's something that doesn't happen all the time, right? So that is something that a lot of people should practice, especially you, if you experience having an accident. Okay. So now let's try to go to the next one and handle these questions. Okay. So I want you to read them, read the questions, and try to prepare short answers for these questions. Okay. So wait, since there are 6 questions, there are 6 questions now. I think I'm going to distribute this to each one of you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there are 7 questions, or there are 7 people, and now I'm going to distribute these questions. So number 1 would be for Jenny. Answer question number 1, and Tian. Tian, you need to answer questions or question number 1, and Jenny, question number 1. Number 2, question number 2 is for Mary. Okay. Question number 3 is for Jennifer. Question number 4 is for Ashley. Question number 5 is for Stephen. And question number 6 is for Lissa. Okay? Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So you only need to answer the question given to you. And I am going to give you 4 minutes to prepare for, no, let's say, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to prepare for the answers, okay? The answer must be short and sweet. Okay, so just check the internet if you don't know the answer and try to do a little research about it and then construct your answers. Okay, so again, answer the question given to you. So you only need to answer one question. Okay, so your 5 minutes to prepare starts now. All right, time's up. Everybody, time is up. So now it's time for you to present your answers, okay? So let's start with the first question. We have Jenny Let's have Jenny first. So, Jenny, do you often hear about accidents in your local area?
I often don't hear accident in my areas because the police in my areas are very strict, so no one can cause an accident.
All right, so there are lots of police patrolling in your area, so not much accident is happening. All right, thank you so much, Jenny. Let's have number two. Number two, Mary, how do you think road safety can be improved in your city?
I think so. It can help people ride safer, reduce car accidents in crowded city.
All right, thank you so much for that answer. Now let's have number three. Number three, Jennifer, have you ever witnessed a traffic accident? And can you describe what happened?
I have I have to say witness a traffic accident. The first car stopped for the traffic light, but another car behind it couldn't be controlled and crashed to that car. Fortunately, the driver wasn't injured.
All right. So thank you so much for giving us a short description of how the accident went. But instead of saying stopped, you can say the car stopped, right? After the traffic light. So be careful with that one. Now let's have number four. Ashley.
Yes, because I think
Okay, the question is, do you think people are more distracted while driving nowadays?
yes, because I think phones become very popular nowadays. So I think using phone while driving can make people distracted while driving.
All right. So even if without the smartphones before, people are texting, and that is a big no-no, right? That's a big no-no if you are driving. So there's a saying, don't drive and text. Okay, you cannot use your cell phone while you are driving. Okay, because that's going to cause a lot of trouble. Good job. Now let's have number five. Number five, what precautions do you take to avoid accidents in your daily life? Steven,
Yes.
number
I
five.
think we should drive carefully, don't run red lights, walk on the right side of the road.
All right, so we should always be vigilant. If we're going to cross the road and we need to look to the left, look to the right, ensure that no cars passing by, and we also need to follow the traffic light signs, right? That's very important. If there's a traffic light, follow it. Okay. Now, number six, Lissa. Are there any specific safety measures that you think should be implemented to reduce workplace accidents?
I think my solution is because everyone's working hours are often very early. So when people go to work, they are often impatient, which easily causes accidents. So I think the employer should adjust the hours to be more reasonable.
Okay, could you repeat the last word, reasonable?
Reasonable.
Okay, reasonable. Okay. Thank you so much. And lastly, Tian, number one, do you often hear about accidents in your local area?
Yes, I do. I hear a lot.
Can you describe me one accident that you've seen? Tian? Okay, you can save that answer for later because that is somehow related to our speaking practice, okay? But your answer is correct. This is actual number one. The first question is actually answerable by yes or no, right? But if you provide details, then that's perfect as well, okay? Anyway, so we are going to proceed to the next part of the lesson. And this one, you are going to watch a video, right? Watch the video, and then we'll be answering questions afterwards. So watch the video carefully. Is that clear? Okay. Can you see?
You can keep yourself safe at home by being aware of the
Wait, can you hear and see it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
risks and taking simple precautions. You can also get help to spot the dangers. Fires can start suddenly and spread quickly. Smoke alarms can give you vital extra minutes to get out. Make sure you have a working smoke alarm on every floor. Call your local fire service to see if they can arrange a safe and well visit. They can check your home for risks, advise you on an escape plan, and they may install smoke alarms for free. Electricity can cause fires and accidents. Keep all your gadgets and appliances clean and in good working order. Check plugs, wires and cables for wear, especially if they're hidden behind furniture, and don't overload sockets. If your gas, oil or solid fuel appliances don't burn properly, they can produce carbon monoxide, which is extremely dangerous. You can't see, smell or taste carbon monoxide, so get a carbon monoxide detector to give you early warning of the danger. Get your appliances serviced and tested regularly. Always wash your hands before and after preparing food, and keep food services clean too. Don't wash raw meat before cooking it, as this can spread bacteria to other food. Throw out any food that's past its use-by date, even if it looks and smells okay. Falls can easily happen around the home, especially when you're in a rush or reaching for things. Make sure your home is well lit and clutter-free. Mop up any spillages straight away and secure loose carpets or flooring. Consider installing grab rails in the bathroom and on the stairs. If you've had a fall, tell your GP. There should be lots of help and support available. To order our free guide or to arrange to speak to one of our advisors, call our
All right. Okay. Can you hear me? All right, I think that's it. So that is the end of the video. That is just a short video now. I'm going to ask you a few questions related to the video that I asked you to watch. Okay? All right. So anyone who can tell me, what is the video all about? What is the video all about? Can you tell me, Lisa?
I think it home safety.
Okay, so this is all about harm safety, right? Or the safety precautions that you need to do in order for you not to experience any accident and discover different types of accidents, right? Now, can you give me one tip from the video that you've learned on how you can be safe in your house? Okay, so basically the video is all about home safety, right? So can you give me one tip that's presented in the video? Let's start with Ashley.
Only wash your hands before and after preparing food and keep food surfaces clean too.
All right. So why do you think it's important to wash your hands or clean yourself before and after eating? Why do you think that's important? The tip that you mentioned.
Cause it have mental hygiene.
Okay, that's part of your hygiene, right? Okay, so you really need to wash your hands before and after, especially before eating, because you are using. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, because your hands are dirty. You're touching things everywhere, and you cannot see the bacteria, right? So you should clean it. All right. Now, what about you, Mary? Can you share one tip that you've learned from the video?
I think check your home.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Which part of the
Check
home
your
you should?
home.
Which part of the home should you check? Let's say, for you to avoid any fire accidents in your house, what should you check in your house, Mary?
Check your home for risk.
Or risks? Okay, so anything related to fire and electricity should be checked all the time, right? One tip given from the video is to remove all of the things in the socket, okay, that can conduct electricity, because that might cause any fire accident. Okay. What about Jenny? What did you learn from the video? Can you share any tip?
Keep
Mhm.
keep all your quiet. Um, so,
Keep all your what?
uh, um, electricity can cause fire and an accident.
Okay, so what should you do to not cause any fire? What did you say? Can you repeat? Can you repeat, Jenny? Hello? Jenny, are you there? Can you repeat your answer, Jenny? You're on mute. Can you hear Jenny, guys?
So my internet is
Okay, so can you say your answer again?
electricity can cause fire and accident.
Electricity can cause fire accidents. So what should you do with things that has electricity? Again, electricity can cause fires and other accidents. So we need to keep all of your gadgets and appliances clean and in good working order, right? You need to ensure that all of these are working very well so that if you use it, it will not cause any other accident. Okay. Now, what about you, Tien? Can you tell me what did you learn from the video that we watched? Anything that you learned?
Uh,
So
I don't know.
you don't know? Okay, guys. If I ask you to watch the video, you need to jot down notes and watch it carefully so that you have something to answer when I ask you questions. Okay? Let's have you, Stephen.
Yes.
Mhm. So, can you share one tip or what did you learn from the video we watched?
Uh, I saw a person stumble downstairs. I think we should walk carefully.
Can you say that one more time?
I saw a person stumble down the stairs. I think
Mhm.
we should walk carefully.
All right. So if you have stairs in your house, that's correct, Stephen. If you have stairs in your house, you need to walk carefully. because that might cause accident. That's gonna break your bones, right? What else? Now let's have Jennifer.
I think it's throughout food that past its by day.
Okay, throw out the food that has a single day because that's spilled already. That's no longer edible, right? It might cause food poisoning. Okay, Alyssa. Lisa?
Keep all your gadgets and appliances clean and in good working order.
Okay, so can we say that again? It's gadgets. Can you say that? Gadgets
Gadgets,
and appliances.
appliances.
All right, so we just that's something that I mentioned earlier as well. Okay, so once again, if I'm asking you to watch a video, you need to listen carefully. And if you don't understand something, you're going to tell me. Okay, because by doing this activity, we can ensure that you can listen carefully and understand in the English language just by listening to it and just by watching it. Okay? All right. Do you have any questions about the video we watched? Any questions?
No.
Okay. Now, if you don't have any question, we're going to proceed with the speaking practice. Okay? So this is what we're going to do. Describe a memorable accident you witnessed or experienced. Oops. Wait. Where is it? Oh, what's happening? Okay. Wait a moment. Mm, oh, okay, this one. All right. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so again, describe a memorable accident you witnessed or experienced. So you should say when and where it happened, what caused the accident, how the situation was resolved or dealt with, and explain what you learned from the experience or from what you saw if you didn't experience the accident. Okay, so at this point, your answers for this activity should be longer compared to what we did earlier, okay? Because this is your speaking practice. So it should be at least like 5 to 10 sentences. Now it's better if you're going to answer each of these questions for your answers to be organized, okay? So again, describe a memorable accident you witnessed or experienced with. I am going to give you 8 minutes. 8 minutes to prepare for this. And after that, we are going to present your answers. Okay? Is that clear?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So your 8 minutes starts now. All right, thumbs up. That's more than 8 minutes. It's actually 10 minutes. Okay. It's now your turn to share your answer with us. So you need to describe a memorable accident you witnessed or experienced. So you should mention when and where it happened, what caused the accident, how the situation was resolved or dealt with, and explain what you learned from the experience or from the accident you witnessed. Okay? And we are going to start with Steven.
Yes.
I still remember that just a month ago, I had an accident while I was riding a bicycle on the road. Next, I remember a girl was riding a motorbike and a guy drove really fast in the rain and hit the girl. I thought the girl was hit hard. She was still okay and only had scratch on her arms. But that guy ran away. From this accident, I can learn that you should not be so fast at your speed.
All right. So whatever you're driving, whatever type of vehicle it is, so you need to be really careful. Limit your speed if ever. But there are times wherein, I mean, accidents really happen because even if you are very careful, then other people might not be, right? But the thing is, you should be careful, so that even if the accident occur, then we can say that it's not you who caused it, right? Because that's gonna be um I mean, you might get like some legal files or legal responsibilities if ever you're the one who caused the accident. Okay, thank you so much, Stephen. Now let's have Tian.
A month ago on Street, there's a accident. A boy drank beer, uh, colliding with a boy. The uncle was panicked. The boy was only scratched a little. I have learned to experience you did not drive when drinking beer.
All right, so can you say this word again, Tian? Experience.
Experience.
All right. So aside from don't drive and text, it's also not allowed to drive while you're drunk or you're in the influence of alcohol, because that is sure going to cause an accident because you're not in a good state, right? Thank you very much for that, Tian. Now let's have Jenny.
I promenade about a month ago. At school during break time, I was working with my friend and some other friend behind me were joking and that friend pushed me down. At that time, I could barely stand, but still trying to stand up to go to class. And when I got to class, I felt so much pain that I hurt my friend and cried. After that, my teacher called my mother and drove me home. Next, my mother took me to the doctor and had my leg bandaged. I learned from that lesson that I should work more carefully.
All right. So I just want to know, Jenny, why did your friend push you?
I don't know, is
Are you playing or is she mad at you or what? What's the reason? Do you know the reason why she pushed you?
because they were joking and behind.
Okay. All right. So you were joking and then suddenly this person pushed you and you're not ready for it. That's why you were in an accident. Okay. So just like what I mentioned, and just like what Jenny learned, even if you are ready yourself, or even if you care for yourself, other people won't. So you need to be very vigilant, and you need to observe your environment, okay, and check what might cause an accident and be ready for it. Okay, thanks so much, Jenny. Let's have Ashley.
A memorable accident I witnessed was a car crash that happened in my neighborhood. I remember it happened a long time ago, about 4 years ago. The reason caused that accident was it seemed that one of the two motorcyclists was drunk and the other was using his phone. Fortunately, at that time, the two people were only injured not too seriously, and the two motorbikes were only slightly crashed. So they were only fined by the police. And what I learned from this experience were we shouldn't be distracted when driving because it can cause accidents.
All right. Okay. So in what you mentioned, two things happened. The other driver is drunk, the other driver is using his phone. Right. So the number one rule is, if you are driving, don't do anything else. Just drive. Right? That's a primary activity. Right? Even if you were sitting down, you shouldn't do anything else. Right? Your attention should be focused on just driving. Okay? Thank you so much, Ashley. And I'm glad it's not you who experienced it. You just witnessed it. Okay. Now let's have you, Mary.
The accident happened the day when I came home from school. Two motorbikes crashed into each other, and one of the motorbikes had a slightly broken front end. The cause was that the two cars were driving quite fast. After the accident, the two people went to have their car repaired, and there were no insurance. I learned from experience that when going out on the road, I have to be careful and tread slowly to avoid causing accident.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Can you just repeat the word injuries? Injuries.
Insurance,
Injuries. Injuries.
insurance.
Okay. Be careful with that one. So again, that's why there is a speed limitation. Okay. You cannot drive as fast as you want. So I'm not saying that you should drive slow, but you should follow the speed limitation, especially on various roads, right? Thank you so much, Mary. Now, Lisa.
My memorable accident was being scratched by a dog. When the scratch happened, when I was returning to my grandmother's house, I forgot that there was a rabbit dog near the neighbor's house. I should have knocked on the door so they could tie the dog up, but I forgot, so I just rushed in. No matter what happened, the dog didn't have a heart to prevent the disease, so I had to lie in bed and couldn't go anyway because that cousin's house was in the countryside, so I didn't need a compensation money, but they gave me a carton of milk. And the lesson I learned is that when entering enter, enter, entering entering someone else's house, you must knock on the door.
Okay. Why did you enter the house? Listen, why did you enter the house? That's the reason why the dog. What is it?
Um,
Yeah.
the dog is the dogs scratch me.
Yeah, the dog scratched you, right? But why did you enter the house? Whose house is it? And whose dog is it?
Um, the neighbors, the the neighbor's house.
Okay. All right. So be very careful with that one. I'm sorry. Okay. And then the reason why I'm laughing is that the dog scratched you and your neighbor didn't give you any compensation, like any support with your medical bills, but they gave you a carton of milk. Right? Why? Why is it only a carton of milk? Okay. So just be very careful with this one. If ever like an animal scratch you or bite you, you should always go to the doctor, okay? Because you're unsure if this dog or this cat or this pet is vaccinated, right? So you need to be careful with that one. All right, Lisa, I hope you learned from your experience. Now, Jennifer.
Last more year, when I went home after school, I witnessed a recent accident. The man with his car crashed into a person who was walking. He stopped his car. I saw that he was really worried and scared about what he did. The police arrived soon after. The person lay in the ground and there was much blood around. The crowd was taken to the ambulance and I think she did. After that, I went home and I don't know what happened then with the driver. I know that everyone should use vehicle carefully to protect themselves.
All right, thank you so much for that. Okay, so, and thank you so much for everybody who answered the question. Wait, let me just stop sharing the screen. All right, so again, we talked about accidents and it's an accident, right? That means we cannot predict when it will happen. But at least if we know how to protect ourselves and if we are going to be very observant or if we're going to be very vigilant, we're going to observe the things around us, then probably we are going to lessen the chances of us getting involved in an accident. All right. So you at a very young age have experienced several accidents, but you need to learn from that mistake. Okay. And this goes for everyone. All right, so that's it for today's lesson. And do you have any questions? Questions? None? Okay, so we don't have any question. I just want to say, since it's already 20 and this Sunday it's already Christmas time. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year. Let's see each other again after Christmas. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.